What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Check Me. Today, what we're going to talk about pretty much is this Philadelphia Eagles, A.J. Brown, and Jalen Hurts beef. Of course, now you see I'm not mentioning Brandon Graham and Devontae Smith, mainly because it's been something that I think that we've wanted to happen for a long period of time, and we have to understand that where the beef is coming from. Now, a year ago, I talked about this subject. I basically told you guys, hey, look, A.J. Brown is not happy. If his team wins and he doesn't get his targets, he's not happy. One of the reasons why last year we didn't do well, or we didn't, compete well towards the end of the season, was because A.J. Brown got upset and went to the front office. Now, you guys slaughtered me and said, oh, it's not A.J. Brown, he's more targets. But he's doing it again, and at the same time he did this last year, we started to lose. A.J. Brown wants the offense to be built around him. Very rarely do we see an offense built around receiver and the team go deep or win in the Super Bowl. This is not something that we even when the Eagles won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago in 2019 or 2018, the offense wasn't built around a receiver. Our top target was Alshon Jeffrey. Now, A.J. Brown apparently and Jalen Hurts have squashed this beef, and the rift that's gone between them, they say, is they're moving on. What didn't happen last year happened this year, and I think this is important to mention. One of the reasons why Saquon's being very successful is because of the attention that Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown get. We see a lot of palms coverage. We see a lot of cloud coverage. We see a lot of quarters coverage that keeps everything in front of these guys and gives them attention. Saquon goes off and takes advantage of it. He's a different back than Dre Swift and Gainwell. He's better, but he's really benefiting from this. Now, our offense, it runs through Jeff Stoutland. Our offense runs through the offensive line. Our success is directly tied to us running the ball. We're gonna have to run the ball to win. And if teams do stuff the box, now AJ Smitty, it's your time to go. Now Smitty understands this, right? Smitty understands this is what he kind of lives through, right? Like, hey, we're gonna run the ball, and I'm gonna be out there stalk blocking. I'm stalking the whole particular time, and if I'm stalking the whole time, then and we're successful, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna be mad, or I'm not gonna be upset about it. Now, what A.J. Brown is struggling with is having to do that consistently. Now, Jalen Hurts has also taken some of these softer throws that allow us to put in position where he's looking at a check down, he's looking in the front of the offense, not trying to go deep, and he's missed A.J. There's no doubt he missed A.J., but A.J. can't say that to the media. A.J. has to go to him. Now, Brandon Graham called it like it is, and I'm happy that Brandon Graham talked about it, because everyone got mad about Brandon. A.J. in his response basically said, A.J. said, this is what A.J. said. He said, BG said what he said. There was beef between them, and it's not like it was before. BG was just being BG. A.J. Brown said, he's emotional. In that case, he said he just misspoke. Me and Jalen are good. This is what A.J. Brown said. BG misspoke, and him and Jalen were good. Then A.J. Brown goes on to say, Hurts then echoed what Brown said, saying Gray was one of the respected players. He spoke out of place. He knows that. So he feels Brandon Graham spoke out of place. But then A.J. Brown goes on and says this. I think that's what the world did, pretty much set off the media. They perceived what I said as passing felt like it was an attack on Jalen, and that's what Brandon Graham did. Me and Jalen's relationship is personal. Because we went to the Super Bowl and we lost, we tried again next year. It was a 10-1 record, and there was a landslide, Brown said, referring to the Eagles last year. Now, he said, here we go again. It's something we can correct right now while we have the opportunity. So Brandon Graham was talking specifically about the fixing the passing now. Even though the passing is the issue, how he said it, he just needs some media training. How he said it, the way he said it, and the timing of it was not right. That's something you handle in the locker room, in the front office. That's something you handle with your guys in a real conversation. I'm happy BG put it out there, because now we can start to attack it and get some more clarity around it. Jalen Hurts also has to be a leader, not just in the locker room, but in the media. We love Jalen Hurts' demeanor. We love the way he looks. He carries himself above the stat. But vocally, we want to see him protect his guys and take blame for some things. That's something Jalen Hurts has not had. But you want to see your top guy do that in the locker room. In the media, mainly because you want him to have that type of vulnerability, take some of the lift off, take some responsibility. Being a leader in the locker room is great, but also being a leader in the media is important because this goes back on the team. Now, with that being said, Jordan Mailata said, we're moving on. So there obviously was some tension and beef. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers this week, not the A.J. Brown, Jalen show. It's Pittsburgh Steelers. That's it. When we look at it, there was definitely, and I don't know if we say beef, but there was definitely tension between the two. And that tension between the two has definitely created some type of rift between them that has not allowed them to work well when it comes to on the field. Now, Saquon Barkley has created so much tension because he's the man now. A.J. Brown used to be a man. Jalen Hurts is subliminally used to being the man, wants to be the man, but he has to take that seat back. Whoever the man is what the defense shows. Now, if I know I can tear the Eagles apart by making Saquon the man and then making Smitty and A.J. Brown fall asleep, that's it. I get that. But we don't hear anything from Smitty. Devontae Smith understands this. He may be frustrated. He may be upset, right? But at the same time, Devontae Smith is somebody in this that could go to any other team and be a number one receiver. He can be a one somewhere else. And you don't see him coming out and saying these things in the media. Lo and behold, there's not a whole, but all that being said, A.J. Brown needs some serious media training. And there was tension. I'm happy it's addressed now, and we can move on accordingly and focus on the next step. This is something that I think we kept under the rug last year. If you got to like Kellen Moore's response, hey, look, we're going to try to win the ball. We're going to try to get the ball to him. But if running the ball makes us win, let's run the ball. A.J. Brown needs to keep that in-house. I'm happy BG talked about that because if you say that, whether it was directed toward Kellen Moore or Jalen Hurts, it wasn't directed toward them from what you say. It was. You can't say passing without the quarterback and the O coordinator. So, and the way he said it was what created turmoil. So he's just making himself look like one of those divas. A.J. Brown makes our team 10 times better. He's excellent. He's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but from what I see, but those things, if he keeps in-house, will help the team function, be more of a unit without this huge rift.